here we have a story that is so funny to me. Apple, in the last week, released a new iPad. And Connor, you know this about me. I watch Apple events when they come out.
I do. I always make fun of you for it. I always think it's kind of... Nah, but I make fun of you because I think it's cute that you get up to do it.
I don't know.
I'm at Aiden's tomorrow for 7 a.m. to watch Doctor Who.
Yeah, that's right.
That's when it drops. Nerds, we're all nerds for certain things. Like, I know you're trying to find the same thing. Yes!
Doctor Who.
Yes, we both got the infamous
Nkuchi Gatwa.
Shuti Gatwa.
Beautiful.
Yes, I am. That's what I'm saying. Though, but you wake up to do that. Like, people think it's fucking lame that I'm going to Aiden's for 7.
Yeah, Apple. Was my Doctor Who. I guess I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. But when I was like 14, 15, 16, I was so into like tech and all that kind of stuff, and I still really find tech interesting. I guess I just don't simp it in the same way I do. I'm interested, but I'm also critical nowadays. Mark Ass Brownlee. But I used to watch every single Apple event, and I would stay up till like 2 a.m. because my, depressed 14, 15-year-old ass had nothing else.
I can tell from your browser history that you're on the spectrum.
That's what we got, folks. That's what we are. But basically, I would always watch these Apple events, and this last week, Apple did, as they do every couple of times a year, an event. And this one, luckily enough for me, it started streaming at like 10 p.m. in Australia or in Western Australia, and I got to watch it. Like I didn't have to even wake up or set an alarm for the middle of the night, which I've had to do in the past. And I watched it, and it was honestly, if you want my genuine opinion, it was a little bit underwhelming. They basically announced a couple of iPads that are like way too powerful for what an iPad needs to be, if that makes sense. Okay. Like the iPads they've released have better. Gonna be okay. They have better graphics processing than my laptop, but I still would not be able to do the show off of one of those iPads because I need to have a laptop to be able to do this show, as an example. So that's just top line of the event. That really doesn't matter. The point that we're trying to make is that Apple, as part of the event, to advertise their latest iPad Pro, had this advert. And I'm not sure if you saw this, where they used a hydraulic press. And they released this advert.
Oh, no. Okay.
But now have had to pull the advert.
I haven't seen this.
Because a lot of people were really pissed off.
No, I haven't seen this. I'm keen.
So I don't know if the ad will get claimed. We're not going to do audio, obviously, but let's just take a look at the ad. We've got it here. So the advert from Apple, I'll play it and I'll let it speak for itself, and we can describe some of it. But basically, it shows a lot of retro. It's playing not like a specific song that you'd know, but it's like a very folksy, like cool vibe, retro vibe. So there's a whole bunch of, for the audio listeners, a whole bunch of retro technology. There's a metronome, there's like a TV, there's a grand piano, there's a record player, and they are underneath a hydraulic press. And so they squeeze down, they crush the trumpet.
It's the idea that it's squished into one device.
Yeah, you're a smart cookie.
Right.
So they crush all these things on a grand piano, all this paint, all these monitors, a metronome.
Yeah, that's shit. I don't like it.
And they're crushing all this stuff down with the close-ups, man.
Angry Birds.
I know. The Angry Birds. Lenses from a camera, a guitar. I kind of understand the point they're trying to make, but my. No. And they have eyeballs popping out. And finally, when they lift the hydraulic press...
It's just one iPad.
It's just the iPad, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So the reason I wanted to show you... The reason people are really pissed off is because... And I think there's actually kind of a good point to it. It's like, people think this is kind of an abomination. Like, look at all the amazing, beautiful, physical
Did they really do it?
What do you mean? Of course.
It's not. It's real.
It's not
I'm
CGI.
For reference, I'm watching it on a small monitor.
I see what you mean. No.
see.
Yeah, this is not CGI. This
So
is
it's
100% real. Yeah.
Okay, that's shit. No, I think it's terrible to destroy all that shit.
Exactly. So that's the backlash,
Fucking
was
hell.
that they released this advert and people were watching it and they were like, but you've just taken a whole bunch of beloved, like, retro devices and you've literally crushed them. And it's really sad to see all these things just crumble under a crushing. People made a point that it's kind of is a perfect representation of AI and technology now.
Yeah.
Where it's like you don't care about the meaning of like traditional, real, retro things. Like a fucking guitar. It's like, oh, what? Because you can play it on a touch screen and do this on a couple of iPad strings. It's like we still have a need for a physical guitar, you know?
100%.
You can't just take all that stuff away. A grand piano? There's always going to be a need for a grand piano. You can't just pretend like, oh, you have an iPad now. Throw away your piano.
What's the point of being alive?
That's it. That's shit. I hate it. Fucking Apple. This is why you don't buy their products. Okay? That's why I hate AirPods and I hate iPhones and I hate...
that's why I certainly don't own all Apple products. No, I think Apple needs to be criticized by its customers, the consumers, you know. But again, I will reiterate, there was so much backlash that they literally pulled the ad and they were going to run it on TV. You know, every year they run like a big iPhone ad campaign.
So they put it online first and then...
Yes. So this was going to be their iPad TV ad campaign. And they announced that they're just not playing this again. Like it's basically going in the Apple vault.
How much was the new iPad?
Oh, it's like $2,000 or like in Australian dollars.
Who has that kind of money to fucking spend on an iPad?
On a tablet. That's what I'm saying, because it's
$900 dues.
It's like pro, and so it's like really powerful. I mean, I'm sure you could probably get one.
It is, but it's like, in that sense, it can't take over from a laptop, though. It never will. It's a tablet.
So
it's a tablet.
I've seen the argument that it's like, yeah, it won't take over a laptop, but that's kind of not the point. It's like people who get a pro tablet want a pro tablet because they probably already have.
Shut up and listen to me for once.
I think it's a bit of a pooey. I think it's a bit of a pooey argument, but I'm just giving the argument.
Stop simping those fucks. They don't deserve it.
I watched this whole damn event and I was disappointed. I really was.
What were you expecting?
I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm expecting from Apple anymore. I watch it for tradition, maybe. I don't know.
That's fair. That's fair. I watch stuff for tradition.
Yeah, I don't even have any specific like thing that I'm hoping for. I'm just curious what they're coming up with. And I got to say, from watching the whole event, a lot of it was like big company jargon, like, oh, you know, we're doing this and this and this. And it's like, yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, so you're just making up a whole bunch of terms to make it sound like the company's going well, you know, but